Hello, stay tuned with daily news from Merjayet TV. Daily meetings of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi. The prominent Shia Islamic jurist Grand Ayatollah Shirazi hosts large numbers of religious scholars, seminary teachers and students, religious experts, political figures, civil rights activists, academics, and public groups of people on a daily basis at his central office in Holy Qom. In these meetings, the visitors give reports on their activities and listen to the advices and guidelines of the Grand Jurist. The central office of the Grand Jurist hosts public visitors every day until noon prayers. Nonviolence Incorporation condemns appalling massacre of Yemeni people. Nonviolence Incorporation condemned the ruthless killing of Yemeni people by the indiscriminate attacks of the Arab coalition in a statement. This statement reads as follows. The Nonviolence Incorporation has received a catastrophic news stating that the Arab coalition Air Force attacked a wedding ceremony in Yemen. This attack killed dozens of Yemeni civilians, including women and children. According to field reports, the Arab Coalition Air Force targeted a house in Hijaz Governorate at midnight. As a result of this attack, more than 20 people were killed and 30 others were severely wounded. The death toll is expected to rise according to Yemeni officials. This statement further reads, Nonviolence Incorporation condemns the heartless killing of defenseless Yemeni people and demands the Security Council in the UN to run on-site and unbiased investigations into the airstrikes by the Arab coalition in order to make sure that the lives of civilians are safeguarded. Further, this human rights organization demanded the international community to bring the perpetrators of these crimes to justice. Nonviolence Incorporation urges the Security Council to hold a special session in a bid to find a solution to end the war in Yemen and stop the sufferings of Yemeni people. Another request of this organization from the Security Council is that it does not miss any opportunity by pushing regional countries to stop the war in Yemen and not interfere in its affairs and free up the Yemeni people from their sufferings and the bloody war. At the end of this statement, the Nonviolence Incorporation says, in the end, we express sympathy with the oppressed nation of Yemen and we pray for the survivors of the victims to have patience. Sayyid Mahdi Shirazi requests real solutions for Iraq's problems. Sayyid Mahdi Shirazi, the son of the late Grand Jurist Ayatollah Sayyid Muhammad Shirazi, expressed his deepest concerns over the unfortunate events in Muslim countries, such as murder, torture, the violation of freedom of speech, and the undermining of human dignity. In a meeting with the Iraqi tribal chiefs at Ayatollah Shirazi's public relations office in Holy Karbala, Sayyid Mahdi Shirazi stated, "We regret the escalation of problems in the Muslim world. While Europe overcame all its problems through comprehensive and sustainable solutions many decades ago, today, a European citizen lives in dignity and freedom of speech. They are not imprisoned, tortured, humiliated, nor driven out of their homeland. It is well that in Muslim countries, torture, murder, and the violation of all freedoms and the revocation of citizenship has become an established record." With regards to Iraq, Sayyid Mahdi Shirazi stated, "At the moment, Iraq is swamped into problems. Therefore, all of us should take a step to help solve these numerous problems." He then emphasized on unity in Iraq and said, "The solutions should be tangible and solid, and we all need to invest time and energy for these solutions. If we only put a lid on these problems will be back with much greater force in future." In the end, Mr. Aref Nasrullah, the public relations manager of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Karbala, appreciated the role of the Iraqi tribes and their historical support for the Islamic leadership. In response, these Iraqi tribes expressed their readiness to support the Grand Jurist. Mr. Aref Nasrullah, people should vote for pious, honest, and capable candidates. Mr. Aref Nasrullah, the public relations manager of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Karbala, hosted Mr. Aqil al-Mas'udi, the head of Security Committee in Karbala High Council, and Mr. Jassim Hassan Asadi, the deputy director of Islamic Action Organization of Iraq. In this meeting, Mr. Nasrullah emphasized on the Shia religious leaders' support for candidates who can guarantee the rights and interests of the people in the country. Mr. Aref Nasrullah further added, Grand Ayatollah Shirazi wants the Shia to be in one rank and avoid any sort of division on political and social grounds. His Eminence will support any approach and method that serves the holy religion of Islam and implements Islamic reformations in the country. The opinions of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi about the upcoming parliamentary elections is very clear. His Eminence supports qualified and capable candidates who are not involved in any corrupt organization or activity and have no links with foreign countries. He then stated, according to statements by the Grand Jurist, the candidates should be faithful, pious, moral, and popular people who are famous for their dedication to serve the public in all aspects.